All right, y'all. Just to preface, I have watched the trailer. I was there to watch the Pokemon Day presentation. And it all led up to the Gen 10 reveal, right? And I had a lot of thoughts about it actually. So I thought well, I figured I might as well make a video about breaking down the trailer that we saw, anything that I noticed, any thoughts I had on, let's say, the starters, which look amazing. The whole world looks amazing. So I'm gonna run through it. I'm going to pause it bit by bit to kind of point out the things that I noticed, and then y'all tell me what y'all think, because there's a high possibility we will not be getting leaks from this game because of how locked the Nintendo Switch 2 is, how secure it is. So if we do get any leaks, it would probably be like maybe a week before or anybody that gets an early release, but that's still gonna be like within the time frame that this releases. So uh I believe 2027 is what it said. I wouldn't be surprised if it's late 2027, which would be even better. More time to work on it, more time to make sure it's of best quality. And as a debut Switch 2 game, it already just has a lot of potential. It looks amazing, all things considered. And let's just go ahead and break down what we saw in the trailer. Let's do it. So, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. At first, I really thought we were gonna get another Legends game. Not that I wanted one, I just thought because of the books. You know how they've always introduced it with like the books. And this is a sketchbook for sure, but I don't know. For me, I was just like, oh damn, Legends again. Like this reminded me I don't know. I really like how they presented it though. Um like I saw all this and I'm like, okay, no, we're going through all the mainline games. That's what we're doing. Also, I love the Pikachu's in the vacation outfits. I thought that was adorable. Dun, dun. Yeah, we got all these different gens. Yeah, the breakdown won't really start until we actually get like footage of what we're about to play. Huh? Yeah, I love the HD Pikachu, bro. He's so adorable. And so are the his cousins or whoever was outside here. It legit reminds me of like a Pokemon Wind Waker. This is the kind of the vision I had for a 3D Pokemon game once I played Sapphire and we went to what was that one town called? It was the one where it was strictly on the water. I was like, oh, this would be so cool in 3D. Now we might actually get it. I think I saw some people saying it was what based on either the Philippines or Indonesia, somewhere over there. And if you look at the images, it's valid. I'll see if I can pull it up while we're on this doing this video. Let's go. Game Freak presents. They're like, oh, it better not end there, bruh. It's a teaser. You like look at the chain of islands, the massive scale of water. The water looks so good. Looks nothing like Scarlet and Violet was. Thankfully, everything looks pristine. Hold on. Let me get my. Give me that 1080p, baby. 1080p. This like all of it was just oh my gosh. I was so scared too watching it. Like obviously I can't give y'all my raw reaction, but I was really scared that things were gonna look nasty and out of place. And this looks how this is probably how Scarlet and Violet should have looked. But I think one of the problems with Pokemon maybe um is the fact that they were trying to do too much with the hardware they were given. Uh which doesn't even make sense. Maybe they have an optimization issue because y'all saw Breath of the Wild runs really good on the Switch. Like obviously it runs way better on the Switch too. But I was always thinking like, bro, if Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom can run well on the Switch, why can't Pokemon run something that's like that? I really didn't understand it. I don't know, maybe there's more like gamer sense to it, but so we got Tropius, one of my favorite dinosaur mon, and then we got what Gloom over here in the side. Look at the lighting, look at the shadows. It just looks gorgeous. And I think one of the strengths that Pokemon has is the fact that it's not realistic, so they can kind of like toy with this cartoony environment. I wanted them so badly. If y'all have seen Dragon Monster Hunter Stories 3, that looks so good and it's so close to like the Breath of the Wild style. Like I would have loved that for like a game like this. This is still really good, but I was like, damn, if they would have been perfect with like that type of style. Um I think Arceus was the closest we got to that, and I loved it. Um so I'm still kind of like bummed that we went away from the Arceus style, Legends Arceus. Uh but this is still really pretty. It's still really good, and it's way better than Scarlet and Violet. That's for sure. The water, the Pokemon interact. Look at the trees. Like y'all remember how the cliffs and the rocks looked in Scarlet and Violet. I don't need to remind y'all. Look at this. Like I think, bruh, if you a One Piece fan, you definitely thought Water 7 here. You definitely thought. Look, it looked like a huge slide. This looks crazy. I'm wondering if they're gonna have gyms. This could be the gym, or it could be just a landmark, an important landmark. Maybe even like a Pokemon tower, like levels to it, kind of thing, which would be also really dope. Imagine fighting up here. Oh, that would be so crazy. There's not even an opening to fight up here, but I'm just a spitballing. Look at just how vast the landmarks are, how much variety there is. You see a couple of buildings over here. This looks gorgeous. I think this is the perfect like debut Pokemon game for the Switch 2. Because now it's bringing everything we've wanted from Pokemon for so long. Maybe not leaps and bounds, but this game kind of is like, okay, we're catching up. We've caught up to regular gaming standard when it comes to graphics. This looks gorgeous. Again, the water, much different. You can see everything just from a bird's eye view. You would bird's eye view from Scarlet and Violet. It looks so blank and nasty. Oh my gosh, bro! I'm not even gonna talk about Scarlet and Violet after this. It looks gorgeous. You see, they got living and residence here at the base and like connected to this tower thing. This looks amazing, bro. Sky. Okay, they kind of look similar to the characters we've been getting, but they look really good. I like their fits. I can't wait to get here, bro. This looks like it's gonna be so fun. Um, yeah, whatever town or city this is gonna be amazing. I wonder what the story is gonna be like. But I guess we can probably infer that once we get more information. Everything, grass, trees, all of that. It just looks like it was supposed to like if Pokemon came out on like the PlayStation or something. Like this looks like it's caught up. It's finally caught up. This is really interesting to me. We still have the Pokemon Center and the store connected. I like that. That is definitely one of them quality of life upgrades we got. Been playing Fire Red lately. Yeah, bro, separated store and it's weird, bro. It's weird, and I know I grew up on like Pokemon games that had less of these quality of life upgrades, but it's still like I got so used to them with some of these Switch games. So this is fire. I'm excited for this. There was hold on. What is that? Drink? Maybe special drinks? Y'all remember when they would give special drinks in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, or Sun and Moon? Maybe it's something like that where it has special effects. I don't know. Angela, Oddish, okay, we running through. No frame bugs, no frame like stutters, nothing. Everything is running really, really well with this. Even the wind, the water, no glitching. Like Apollo said in his reaction, no backwards flying birds. I'm crying, bro. You got Pikachu in the wild. Look at this background though. This region looks like it's going to be one of the most fun regions to explore. Like I think Scarlet and Violet did too much with too little. Um like bro, it was just empty space. Everything looked kind of the same. I don't know. Once I beat Scarlet and Violet, I didn't really go back and play it until I was like, "Oh, I got to go find some of these legendaries." But yo, man, look at this. Like again, it just I say Pokemon Wind Waker because Wind Waker gave me this feeling of like adventure and just a whole bunch of water to traverse around, different islands to explore. We might get the same vibe here. Um but also Wind and Waves, Wind Waker. I don't know. It's just it adds up for me personally. Look, frame rate perfect. Like y'all should have done this with Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. But again, I'll give him the grace that the Switch one wasn't gonna be able to run something like this. Like this is perfect. That's why I keep saying it's perfect for the Switch too. Look at the reefs, the coral reefs under. You can see directly through the water. This is how water on the other side of the world looks like. It doesn't look like murky Gulf of Mexico water. I don't know, bro. Um, hey, bro, Miami got this type of water too, but we don't want to talk about that. But I'm telling you, this looks beautiful, gorgeous. Look at night, it looks really nice. This looks really, really good. The lighting and all. Look at the Pokemon, even the textures. You can tell. Oh yeah, yeah. This is lit. Like, bro, I want to go here so bad. What is this? I want to go there so bad, bro. That looks so cool. And we got the swamps. This is gonna feel real Florida for me. Look at the Timpole and the Carnivine. Slugma in the volcanoes. Duskulls at night. I didn't even notice this Slow King in the back. What is this? Like a little rest stop? It kind of looks like a rest stop, which is kind of cool, like a little motel or a little hut. Okay. Then we got the windmill here. Obviously, got hella nature in this region. And then the starters. This is what I really wanted to talk about. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The starters for Gen 10 are here. I love all of them. I love all of them, bro. But my first thought was Grass Blaziken. Grass Blaziken here. Over here. This grass bird. Y'all keep thinking it's an owl. I promise you, bruh. Oh my gosh. Like, okay, I get it, right? I get it's an owl, but if you look at Rowlet's beak, it's so like oval shaped and kind of like takes up his face. This bird has the potential to be a chicken. It could definitely go the Blaziken route. Y'all keep like, oh, it's not better than Rowlet. Oh, Rowlet wannabe. How about we discuss the Sobble wannabe over on this side? I'll get to you later. But this is a bird. It kind of reminds me more of a chicken. I see like grass Torchic, grass Combuskin, grass Blaziken, and I like him. He look a little grumpy, but I like him. I like the design. It's simple. Most of these evolutions, what it's gonna come down to for me is what the final evolutions are gonna look like. Um, as long as these two over here stay on their all fours, it's gonna be a really tough choice. If either of these go bipedal, I think I'm gonna lean toward Browlet, which should be his name. Yeah, it is. It is Browlet. You look at he can look kind of happy. He's so cute. Oh my gosh, bro! But y'all gotta like see it from my point of view. This could be a chicken. It could also be a different bird. I'm gonna bring up a post after this video about what it could actually be. Like, there's a theory online from this person I saw on Twitter, and I was like, yo, I'm kind of rocking with it. But I'm leaning Browt. I like them all though. Like, if they all have really great final evos, I don't know who I'm gonna choose. Cause look at this cute little guy, bro. They finally made a dog, a starter. I thought it was a lion at first too, no cap. But what was his name? Pombon, Pomeranian dog. It's adorable. Oh my gosh! If they keep it on all fours, that last evolution is gonna be insane. It's gonna look so cool. I'm very excited for this though. Look, he's so cute. He's so fluffy. Oh my gosh! They never. Uh, I like. I always warm up to the starters, even if I didn't like them at first. But they kind of always cook with the fire starter. Like, even though I never really used Tepig, I loved his design. His design was so cool. And bro, I feel like they always do justice for the fire starters. Out of all the fire starters, tell me one that was bad, at least design wise. Really can't think of one. Or Bunny was cool. Uh, what was the more recent one, bro? What, Coco? Oh my gosh, for Coco might be one of the best fire designs. Oh my gosh, I could go into it, but let's move on to the waters type. Water type kind of sassy. Okay, the eyes a little different. You got the lashes. You look a little like, he don't mess around, or she, she kind of serving a look a little bit. She got that mark in the middle. If they keep that gecko on all fours, that's gonna be really cool looking too. but I'm tired of all fours going to bipedal. Please, please, please. We don't need more of that. Am I saying that right? Bipedal, or is it bipedal? I don't know, but keep them on all fours if they start off on all fours, bro. I'm just saying it's going to be a really hard decision for me. I'm holding out hope that that chicken, that little bird thing, either becomes like a flying, like beautiful flying type, or like I said, a Blaziken, like a grass Blaziken would be so cool. I think there were speculations too that they could do like Fire Fairy, Grass Steel, and then Water Dragon, something like that, which would also cook because there's so much water in here. I don't even know what the speculation would be on what the legendaries would be. I think we'll get that once we get information on this region. But look at how gorgeous, look at how gorgeous all of this is, man. This is beautiful. Oh my gosh. And then this final thing, I'm like, yo, we are gonna be able to go underwater. We're gonna be able to go underwater, and it's gonna be so cool to see how they pull this off. Either we get submarine gear, or I don't know, bro. I don't know how we're gonna do it. It's gonna be really cool though. Like, look at this. Hopefully, this does mean that we get to go underwater. Because it's like, bro, I completely had forgotten that in Sapphire you can use dive. You get a Pokemon, use dive, swim around. I see the vision. I see the vision. We haven't had a dive implementation in a game since Sapphire, and it's like we're already in 3D for Pokemon. So it's like, why not bring it back here? Marini, Frillish, Luminion, Wailord. Yeah, bro. This presentation, amazing. I'm so excited for this. So excited for Pokemon wins and Pokemon waves. Yeah. I think it definitely depends on what exclusives they're gonna have for each. Um, I'm usually a win kind of guy, but I think I'm gonna go with waves. I think depending on which one you choose, you get that Pikachu, that differently dressed up Pikachu, and I think Spirit wants to. I think she likes the girl one, so I'm like, yeah, waves might be it. Wins looks cool. I like the logo for Wins. It looks really cool. This looks awesome. Um, hey man, this is gonna be tremendous. It already is tremendous for the Pokemon franchise, but this is like it. This is amazing. Let me like the video. Mm-mm. Okay, so here it is. Here's the tweet. This guy, Nipa Dubs, shout out Nipa, said Pokemon Winds and Waves starter theory. Based on location of the game looking very sea inspired, the three starters represent three Filipino mythical beasts. Which, if it is a Philippines you know, um inspiration, then this it could be very accurate. I've never heard of these figures, but look, this could end up being something like this. Arimonga? I don't know. I gotta hit up Jarrell for some of these. Then look, this one was interesting because even though it's not the grass blaziken I wanted, it looks like a wyvern. Like it looks like a an ancient falcon, or like a griffin. I don't know, bro. That looks hard. That looks tough. Like y'all sleeping on my boy Browt. He about to come correct with y'all. And then gecqua, that would be best case for gecqua. That would be so cool for him to end up as a sea dragon. Yo, like there's so much potential for these starters. Like, tell me any of these are not hitting. These are like all fire to me. These are so cool. Like, I love this idea right here. You keep scrolling down, you see more theories. Like, oh my gosh, this actually could be amazing. Hopefully y'all enjoyed that. That was just me theorizing, doing everything I could to express how I felt watching this, because I saw a lot of people being like, oh, especially with Browt, bro. Browt, don't sleep on Browt, bro. They're like, oh, he just looks like a worse version of Rowlet, blah blah blah. And I love Rowlet too. Look at him right here, chilling. Do you see his beak? Like, bro, there's a clear difference. This other Browt could end up being a bird or a chicken. I don't think he's gonna be the owl y'all think he is. So again, massive potential. I'm leaning slightly, very, very slightly toward Browt at this moment, but until more information comes out for the evolutions, it could be any starter. Like, I really don't know which I would choose. And I also said I haven't felt this way about a starter selection since like Gen 3 and Gen 4. So Very, very exciting news. So much potential. We will be playing this on my channel. I don't know if I'm streaming it or doing it for YouTube only yet, because it depends on what type of game it is. If it ends up being kind of like Arceus, or I don't know, I could see myself streaming it for sure. I didn't really stream Pokemon Zod just because, you know, it felt like more unstructured than other games. Like the story was kind of like, it was like beginning, grind, missions, quests, and then like the beginning and the end were the only thing that were like tying it together as a story. But yeah, I'm excited for it. Late 2027, maybe 2027 officially within next year. So lots of time to get y'all self to Switch to, lots of time to save, lots of time to theorize, and lots of time we gotta wait for this next Pokemon gen. Hopefully y'all enjoyed. If you liked what you saw, want to see more, I have played Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I don't think I posted all of my gameplay for it, but it should be on my channel. Go ahead and check out my channel with a lot of gameplays, reactions, reviews. I've played Pokemon a lot on my Twitch channel, and I plan on playing more Pokemon here on my YouTube channel. Y'all will see probably more Fire Red gameplays. I wanted to start Heart Gold, just because I never finished either of those. And I'm ready. I'm ready for this next Pokemon gen. So let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. I'll see y'all in the next video. Make sure I remember to drink enough water, eat enough, get enough rest, take care of personal hygiene. We can be the best version of ourselves, spread a positive energy throughout the world without first taking care of ourselves. This has been WorldPaz, and I'm a peace out.